Mr. Ghost, drop one on me.
Look at your screen,
Bish
mate.
fucking bosh.
Well. You didn't do it very
How
well.
long did we spend doing that?
Don't say we.
Fuck off. We spent ages doing this. Oh my god. I actually hate everything right now. We spent so fucking long doing it.
Don't say we.
We did. Let's go.
Anything else you want to mess up? There we go.
No, it's not my fault.
It is.
It's not my fault.
Use your arrow. Put that on again, I like it.
I still attest it was one of the best ones we saw.
It
At
was.
BlizzCon. There was some people doing some wild, goofy shit during that process, and we nailed it. We nailed it. I think actually, Mr. Renthar, a member of the chat, who did a selfie of the selfie. So
he took a selfie of himself as it was doing it. Yeah,
that was
Renthar.
fucking really cool.
Renthar
That was
the
super cool. Sorry, I swear to you, and he will admit it as much as he probably won't, is before we started the stream at 1:30, we spent ages messing with the chroma key to make sure it was right. And that's what happens. You turn the stream on, it's like, yeah, it's fucked up now. Nothing has changed in the entire room. Nothing. Nothing has changed. It makes me physically sick. Mr. Bensi, thank you very much. What are we talking about tonight? Lots of stuff, actually. One of the best Comic-Cons ever in terms of release stuff. DC taking fucking names at the moment. Are you complete... Before we get into it later on in the show, because it's kind of a part 3 type thing.
Yeah.
Are you fully on the Batfleck train now? Are you aboard?
We'll talk about it when we get there.
I think everyone's kind of spinning that wheel.
He's definitely. I've held my hands up when I've been streaming and said, look, I was wrong. Right? I'm there. I can feel it.
He's there, and he's doing his fucking bit. He's doing his bit for King and Country, which I like to see. And I am on board the Joker train as well. I am well on board the Leto train. And
I'm on board the Leto train.
I'm on board the Eisenberg train. Anyway, and also, but we'll get to it later on. I just thought
Can't drop that and then brush
out.
over it. What a bastard! I don't even want to be here.
I thought I'd fire your heart up, get the blood pumping, get you taking your monster with you. I'm not leaving a monster behind. In WoW news, I will be taking part in something soon. You probably saw the tweet from Mr. Bay at Final Boss. Let me make sure I get all these names right, because there's a thing going on, which you'll find about soon-ish, I guess. Oh my god. It is Nobler, me, Final Boost, Belial is going to be there. I haven't had a chance to speak to him. I've spoken to him on Twitter. I've spoken to there. Panzer's going to be there. Good God Almighty. All going down. Who have I missed? Probably somebody, because I'm a goofball. Kelric, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah? So that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people inputting information into stuff. That's a lot of brains. That's a lot of intense WoW stuff going on, more than likely. So watch out for that. Mr. Bay is running it. So when he decides to announce, that's when you'll find out what that is. But it's coming up soon. And we also started our guides. The silliest guides I've ever made.
Why?
I think I've gone off the rails with my guides just a little bit.
Why?
Well, a lot of it is me screaming and ranting.
Really?
I'm not even going to lie, a lot of it is me screaming and ranting. I was doing an arms guide and someone popped a bloodlust, my friend, at 5.5 minutes. Now, I don't want to call that guy out and say you are the worst player I've ever fucking seen in the history of mankind, and in fact, it should have the spell removed from you. Blizzard should literally log his account and delete it from his account. He shouldn't be allowed to have it. He should be taken away. He should have like a 1-month respite from having it. Anyway, he popped this bloodlust. It made me so mad in the video that I actually stood up from my chair. I'm not even joking while I was recording. Keeping my head near the mic, professionalism, but was so fucking angry. Because I'm demonstrating stuff and this guy fucked me. Completely fucked me. And my Fury Warrior one, well, there's not much to learn. With the Fury Warrior, it's really quite simple. I could have done it in 3 minutes, but it was a whole heroic, so it's a lot of me singing and chopping heads and just generally blade storming for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes straight and copying names. Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool. Pretty cool. But I also released a guide which many said was the best guide I've ever done.
Really?
Prot Warrior Mate.
Look at you smugs. I hate
Prot
them.
Warrior Mate.
I hate them. Get the smugs off.
Can't touch this smug.
Smell your own farm.
Which was a lot of fun, actually. The Prot Warrior one was really cool. So this week alone, I think I've had hundreds upon hundreds of emails about people who are re-rolling to literally every video I made this week. It's like, I'm going to be a Prot Warrior now, and then do the arms one. Like, I'm going to be an arms warrior now. And I did the Fury Warrior, like, you seem to have a lot of fun doing that. I'm going to be a Fury Warrior now. I'm like, Yeah, you want to do all those things. Because the Warrior is confirmed best class in WoW. Best class in WoW. I made the videos, I decided. Okay, just so happens to be my main class. The race is over, the world first race.
I believe so.
The best... Can we get a view on this? The best world first race we've seen in a very, very long time?
I thought it was very Hollywood-esque, the fact that didn't they get a raid ID locked?
They... Method were the winners.
Yeah.
The boys were the winners. And they definitely had some of the worst luck that we know of. We don't know, because the old Team Paragon, Team Midwinter, who were the big number 3 that were chasing it, they had to come to a stop because most of their raiders had to go back to work a little bit early. Method took an extra few days off work. They announced, they were like, look, you know, we're so close to a kill. We're going to take the days off work to try and get this down. Paragon didn't mention. So Paragon don't ever say anything. It must be a Finnish thing, right? So they don't speak to anybody during progress, pretty much. There was the odd tweet and all that kind of shit. But they would continue to raid anyway. But yeah, Method had some bad times. They were locked out of the raids. Archimon bugged out on them several times. No legendary rings, which was the big drama. Because I spoke to the guys, but they were like... I spoke to some of the guys, but they were keeping very stum about Archimon. They were very, very cool about, like, yeah, we're not saying nothing about Archimon. But when the reset where they killed it was the reset where you could potentially get a legendary ring. Now, due to the way the system is in the game, which is dog shit, by the way, Blizz, the worst system I've ever seen for a legendary, you had a chance to get it that week. So our guild got 2. I mean, our raid team. I'm not sure about the other raid teams. So we got 2. And it's extremely powerful. And when you just see, because it has an explosion at the end of it, when you just see that this guy isn't number 1, and then it goes, bleh, and then suddenly he's like way out in front, it was very cool. But Method got 0 legendary rings, which is just hilarious, frankly. Absolutely fucking hilarious. Paragon only got 1, so that kept it pretty fair. Because it could have fucked it up completely at that point. I mean, the MMO champion thread about it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. The best thing. I couldn't take my eyes off it. I think it got 2 million views by the end of it. I mean, that's how... There was a lot of interest in the race because people were going forward and backwards and forwards and backwards. And it came down to Archimon for the top 3. And then the rings were going to play a part. And how big a thing was that going to be? Everyone was like watching the armories. I was watching the MMO champion thread while I was working. And everyone's like, well, they've not got one yet. 3 bosses down. They haven't got a ring yet. Maybe this one, maybe this one. Like our mage who got one, he needed like 4 bosses to get his. So he did that in LFR. Our hunter needed 9 and got his. I can get one this week. I can still get my legendary ring this week. I was lucky. But I don't have the boat quest. Isn't that fun? Right? I don't have the boat quest because it took 3 days to proc. 3 days for it to proc. And then we had all the memes that came out with like Boswell Progress, like this guy who said that who was looking out for any form that he considered cheating and then disqualified them. Disqualified the guilds arbitrarily. Just disqualified random guilds. It was hilarious because people just like, you're a fucking dick. You're the biggest moron I've ever seen. He's like, well, these guilds don't count, so... And then people are like, well, boswellprogress.com and all that kind of stuff. Like, I can't get fun. But I need 1 more tome and my legendary ring boat mission procs today. And it takes 2 days. So, and you can't 100% it.
If you fail it, I'm going to
If I fail it takes 3 boats. And if you fail it, they can all sink. And it takes 2 days. And you can't get 100% on it.
What's the percentage you got on it?
95.
It's not bad.
Apparently that's pretty bad. Talk to him. Talk to him. I don't do any mission on my boat that isn't 100% because it's a pain in the ass because they sink and then you have to rebuild the boats and then level them up again and all that kind of shit. But the legendary one you can't get 100% on as far as I know. 77 boat mission. Just put unsinkable. Yeah, I mean, you can cheese it in a way, but it takes 2 days. And the chance of success if you take all that equipment off is really low. Really low. So, fucking... I mean, I consider 85% to be ridiculous. And 95% is 100% fail. Probably. If their boats sink, I'm just going to YOLO green boats into the mission until it finishes. Just going to fuck it. I'm really not arsed at this point. I lost 3 boats at 91%. 3 epic ships disappear. Start again. You can proc blue. I can't even... And the item has a chance to drop. Well, no, the legendary mission is for the item, so this is the one that gets it. It's actually called... You need something called a Drainic Sea Chart, and the mission is called the Drainic Sea Chart, so it is to get it. It better not be a prop chance, that would be retarded.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be even fucking worse. But I guarantee, and I said this to everybody, it's like the second I have it, they can nuke my boatyard from orbit. I want to be able to burn it to the fucking ground. If I could delete the motherfucker, I would. If I could just go down there with a little beer, a little sipser of rum, yeah, a little sipser, a little handkerchief, shove that motherfucker in there, light it, put my feet up, and watch the motherfucker.
Well, you do it like the Joker, mate, in the hospital.
Yeah, pretty much. Boom! I am never doing the boatyard ever again. Ever. Absolutely never. So I'm never ever going to do that. So it's going to be pretty cool. Use the mage star. No, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do any of that cheesy shit. It's a shit quest. I'm certainly not redoing my garrison for it. Fuck that noise, man. Fuck that noise. How is the hard bit the boat bit? Instead of getting all the tomes from the raid. What the fuck? So funny. So anyway, it came down to Wednesday, which was very cool for the race, because we were all like, well, they've all taken days off, so let's see what's going to happen here. And I was looking on my real ID, and I could see them inside, and I'm like, what's going to happen? And nothing happened, which was really weird. Then we saw the legendary ring come in for Paragon, and that was it then. Fucking fire in the MO champion throws. Like, oh! You know, like one of the crazy, like, this sounds racist, but it's true. It's like when these the street magicians go to, like, these group of black people, and they do, like, a trick, and they're all like, what? It was like, you know, we saw this DK get the legendary ring in Paragon, and everyone lost their fucking minds. And then Method started tweeting, he's like, yeah, we got 0 rings. I was like, it's sad, but really funny.
The rings that drop, is it for a character, or is it like, did it get delegated to a character?
No, it's a legendary ring upgrade, essentially. So it's for a character. So you're on a quest, very similar to the cloaks from Mop. So you had a quest to finish, and the quest is the tomes and the boat missions. So the tomes have a really RNG drop rate. This is what's hilarious. There's people in my guild who, at the very best, won't get it for another 2 weeks. Yeah, there's people who've already got it, done the exact same amount of bosses, right? That's how it's fucking. That's how it's going to be. That's how the system works right now. But everybody will get them eventually, which is a huge nerf to Hellfire Citadel, which I think, honestly, we can all be pretty thankful for, because it looks really fucking hard. If we're all being science for a moment, for those of us who aren't like mega hardcore raiding, yeah, I'm more than fine with that. Honestly, like, it's fucking seriously. I don't think we're gonna do that. Yeah, Paragon now 13 out of 13, which is very, very cool.
Only 2 that have killed it.
Only 2 that have killed it. Can't wait to see it. We saw the Manaroth video. It's one of the only videos I've watched of a Mythic kill, because I was really curious as to why Manaroth, which is the boss before, took so long to kill it. And Method were the only one to kill it in 1 week. It took the rest of the world the next week to get it now. Very, very complicated, so I'm very, very cool about that. RNG equals exciting and fresh. Yeah, definitely very exciting and fresh. But overall, then they finally scored the kill after all the. I mean, there's no doubt now. There was no shenanigans that went on. Nothing crazy to be the best in the
account
world.
sharing, mate.
Oh, account sharing's always going on. I don't care. Well, Bozzle cares.
I don't care.
Bozzle cares. BozzleProgress.com takes that into account. Disqualified, mate. DQ.
Oh, is it a guy?
Oh, if you're a account sharer, you're DQ.
Who's Bozzle?
Bozzle is a random forum poster who is very serious about his rating.
Who gives a shit?
That's the point. That's why it's funny. Just him.
Do you know what it reminds me of? I watched a skit on someone that says you can't say anything because people are offended, and then that person will be like, well, I'm offended. It's like, so?
I say the same one. It's that guy with the big hair. Real skinny guy.
Ponytail,
yeah, with a ponytail. It's like, nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing happens. You're going to wake up to, I'm offended, go to bed, wake up with leprosy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm offended. Yeah, but nothing happens. Nothing happens at all. But in other news, generally, it's all been. We've seen flying has been delayed even further.
Ha! Suck it.
We saw.
Do you know what would be good if they delayed the flying that long and it was just a test and it was like it was never coming back.
That's kind of. They had to release a huge wall of text, and I believe it came out either today or yesterday. Basically, with people going, you're trying to fuck with us. And they had to reply with this huge text saying, no, it's really not in our interest to tell you one thing and do the other. And people are like, we just don't fucking believe you anymore. For real. We absolutely do not believe you. And I'm going, They're right. Why should we believe you at this point? Why the fuck should we believe you in any way, shape, or form? I've got to be honest. I bought the rest of my flying stuff. I was so done with Tanan Jungle. I didn't give a fuck. And my guild was still trying to convince me. It's like, we could do everything in 8 minutes. I was like, that is 8 minutes too fucking long, dude. Seriously, 8 minutes too fucking long. And these medallions exist that are like $7,000 or something that just give you the rep. And I was like...
So what's going to happen then? What's going to happen in further expansions if you want to level an alt? And obviously you just buy the tomes of flying. Are you going to have to do that quest before you
No,
get
it's account wide, so you only have to do it on one character. In fact, it's shared across your account, which is lucky for me because all the other prerequisites I'd done on my rogue, and the new stuff was on my warrior, obviously because of the reroll. So it's cool because the achievement's shared across it, so it's going to be fine. But yeah, so they released this huge post. I believe it's still on the front page of MMO Champion, where they were just like, no.
Let me get me readers.
Yeah, this 6.21 is like, and just to reiterate, no, we're not lying. I don't see how I was in direct. They were really defensive about the whole fucking thing. Because people are just calling them out for days at this point. Just absolutely calling them out.
Yeah, but the people that are calling them out are the arseholes that cried to get flying back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I still don't get it. And that's what I'll be completely honest with you. I did not. I did buy the reputation to finish the Tanan stuff because I was so done with that content. I did it for long enough to be revered on most things, but by that point I was just so fucking done with that content. Because for me it was like part of my working day, which is, I know, first world problems, don't get me wrong, but that was how I was starting my day off. I was like, right, I'm going to do like a Fury Warrior guide today, it's going to be really cool. And it was like, well, I kind of need to do these dailies first, and it might only take me 20 minutes, but it just gave me a bad taste in my mouth every day, and I was like, oh my god, this fucking sucks. But I bought it because of the Eternal Rune, right? I bought it for my Eternal Rune. So I just went out and fucking bought the runes and just stood there and was like, dum 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 dum, grabbed what I wanted, left. Never gone back since. Fucking awesome. I'm so thankful they put those things in the game. I almost thought about farming them, but then I remembered that I'm not crazy, which was good news for everybody. Because I would have been really angry. The time walking stuff. Time walking. Wrath of the Lich King is where we're time walking.
That's not time walking.
That was me time walking. Back to the Future.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
I love that you know that.
With your hands on your hips. I bend your knees in time. Yeah. I know it all, mate.
Sprinkler. Rock and roll.
My God, Celine.
Another twist of what is hilarious is the time walking stuff proved so unpopular that they had to add raid loot to get as the reward for doing it. Which is just the best thing ever. We got our don't be like that. You get a raid loot now, which is fucking amazing. So you get that now for doing the time walking stuff. As if we didn't see that coming. People are like, oh, so you get lesser loot than like doing other stuff. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not face value. So you get less loot than the actually doing just the normal stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like.
So I could go to Tanan and in 5 minutes get better stuff. Yeah.
Do you know what Blizzard are now? Blizzard have got the persona of that parent that can't control the child.
I think at this point they're just grasping.
Clean your room! No! Alright, I'll do it.
Just grasping. Which is...
There's no backbone, mate.
I get it. I mean...
There's no backbone!
I think they've just got to hold on at the moment.
No.
I think you got to hold on tight like that cat. Hang in there.
You make me sick.
Why?
Don't give me no has cheeseburger cat related.
Do you remember that website?
I
can has cheeseburger.
I can has cheeseburger.
So who was posting on there?
What are you talking about?
Who was posting
on
there?
Steak and cheese.
He was like, oh,
look at that cat!
Oh my god!
Yeah, the fucking. So what if the subs are fucking hemorrhaging? Just put a foot down. Where does it stop? Where does it stop, man?
The thing is, I got a really good item out of it.
Listen. This whole thing about flying, I've been reading some of these like Q&A things, like from Blue Posts. And it's the arseholes that cried for flying back in the first place. They're like, well, shouldn't say we're going to get flying back straight away. If we're not going to get it, it's been delayed. It's like, all I do is a Blizz post. I don't give a shit what I did. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah? You think think your privilege means that you'd get to direct how this game works. It doesn't. You don't like it? Fuck off. Stop crying. You're gonna end up like one of them fat fucking wastes of space that are in Wall-E who just sits in a chair, you don't have to move, everything's done for him because they expect it now. That's what it is. They've let a chink in the armour and they expect it. So they'll expect, I don't like these changes, put them back, it's going to happen. They'll change it back. Put it back!
I can't argue with you. That's happened.
I hate it.
Over the last 6 months, that's happened repeatedly.
No stability.
There's no doubt about that at all. Over the last 6 months, that has happened absolutely every single time, including the naval shipyard being tweaked and reworked and changed and altered and all that kind of stuff. But still, not to be whining. I thought this was particularly cool. Do you get this?
I just thought I want a pimp cup.
Okay.
What am I getting?
The screenshot of the kill. Do you get what's going on? You should do as a Nobble fan.
Now, this is to do with the tree.
Correct!
Yeah?
Who killed Archimon in the lore?
It was...
Wisps.
Yeah, the Wisps.
Oh, the
And
Wisps.
with the help of it, was it Malfurion?
Definitely.
Yeah?
I would certainly know the answer to that question.
So, it was either Malfurion or the demigod, what's he called?
It was the guy in the cutscene who blew a horn.
Alright. Who dares defile these ancient lands?
You're coming back on the camera while you're doing all this acting.
No, mate.
Is it just for me?
This is my secret. This is my secret pizzazz.
I thought you did a really good impression of Malfurion then.
No, that was Cenarius.
Oh, right. Can you
When you
do
play Cenarius in Hearthstone, it was, who dares defile these ancient lands? Scene.
Star wipe.
Yeah.
Star wipe to the next scene.
Malfurion called the Wisps. Ugh, get Lord.
Well remembered.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I remember the cutscene. He looks at everything. And he looks at Archimon and he goes, "Oh hell no!
You're about to die."
It's just like, oh no, not in my tree, not my tree.
Bring that shit in this humpy bumpy. I'm gonna get so shouted at your missus.
Why? No, that's why we're in this room. You can shout away.
Give over. I've restrained myself for like what, nearly 2 years.
No, go ham, go ham. What is cool? Can Mr. Ghost? Hello to you. Can Mr. Ghost explain to me why this is becoming a part of WoW?
I think I heard something about it.
Have a guess.
Now, I'm going to say the word mercs.
Yes. Mercs. Finally, and I can't believe it's taken so fucking long, is there going to have some cross-faction fighting in the old Ashram to balance it out? Why have they never done that before?
I think, regardless of its canonness, it's a good
gives
idea.
A fuck? Fast accused.
Well, I just... Hey! I said regardless of.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. You got to be a real douche nozzle to like be like, well, I'd rather queue for 2 hours than fight one of my own race, man.
Oh, fuck off,
Yeah,
you
fuck off.
pisshead.
Fuck off. You're ruining my immersion. Have you seen the last cutscene of WoD? Have you seen the last cutscene of WoD? Ruining your immersion. For real, dude.
Oh, well, they're stood next to each other.
But they're all like, hey, you know how many people we killed? But still.
Hey, we're best friends.
We may have massacred
selfies.
thousands of people. But it's going to be good. It's going to be fine.
Wait, I'm actually going to do one as well.
What, you
Hey, we're opposing factions. You've killed millions of my people, yeah?
I've killed millions.
But we've done a good thing here for like an hour. Selfie. Great.
I like it.
I'm going to tweet it.
Oh, are you tweeting it? Are you using the in-game real ID system?
I'm going to use my Battle Swag credentials for the Twitter machine.
Mercs is the problem. The problem is they make it just so they don't have to nerf humans.
What? Now, you see, I'm a human, you're a human, I'm not going to hit you.
You sound like Richard Dawkins.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
That's great banter.
We all know who that is.
Who is it?
Just because people said you did a good impression.
I know it was good, wasn't it? Give me some.
Please, everybody in this chat right now, never celebrate Ghosty doing anything on this show because it's going to last forever. It's going to last forever.
Fuck off, I don't milk anything. Dick.
You reminded me of that a recent GIF, I don't know if you've seen it, where there's a girl trying to selfie. She looks like a newborn camel. She's like trying to get the right angles and shit in the middle of this fucking place. It's brilliant. I'll find it for you later, which is very, very cool. Nerfing humans. I don't know anything about PvP at all. I'm so far out of the loop on PvP now. It's almost ridiculous. I couldn't even tell you who the most represented classes are by anything, by anybody at all. I don't PvP whatsoever, so I don't know. I think humans still have that trinket shit. Yeah? Is that it? Is that correct? Am I good?
What?
I don't know. Every time someone asks me about PvP, I do this. My face starts to melt like I'm
Don't
having a
remember that
stroke.
stupid face. No. So when you think about blah 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 in PvP, you just immediately go to.
Which one do you think how this will affect PvP? Yes. 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 Yeah, I'm a total noob. I don't care much of PvP whatsoever. That's certainly the best PvP and the human trinket. Yeah, so human is the trigger. Every man for himself? Yeah, it was every man for himself. That's what it used to be called anyway. So pretty good. 94% of the top rated arena teams are human. I don't see the problem, do you?
What are you talking about?
94% of the top arena teams are all human. But I don't see a problem. Because anyone can re-roll.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone can re-roll.
Hey, you don't have to re-roll, though.
Are those 6% druids?
You can throw a couple of coin my way, and I'll let you be human.
A couple of brass.
Yeah.
Throw some brass your way.
Throw a couple of spare bones to Daddy.
Everyone can re-roll. I bet that 6% is druids. Is it druids?
Druids.
The other 6% are night elf druids. You! And they say I don't know shit about PvP. Up top. Up top. It's a fact, it's an imbalance. The 6% are night elf druids. Exactly. I like it. 100% of the top arena players are alliance. No joke. Well, the thing is that a big deal?
Probably. Sounds like it.
You see, the thing is I don't care. So from my perspective, it's not.
Well,
From
a
a realistic perspective, yeah, that is a massive problem. that is ridiculous. And I don't see how they can defend that either. It's like, yeah, but like nearly 100% of all the top arena teams are alliance.
Do you remember that conversation about making racials arbitrary and just fun?
I don't look. I get all the little. I don't get everybody raging. Yeah, I know it's a big deal. Trust me, I know that's a very big deal. But why bite the fucking bullet and create separate PvP talent trees and stuff and get rid of racials. Just do it. Just bite the bullet. Put in the extra time. So there's an enhancement that's a PvE and an enhancement that's a PvP. There's a resto that's PvE and a resto that's PvP. Just fucking do it and stop fucking around with everything.
Well, it doesn't even have to be complex.
No, it could be pretty much exactly the same, but there's slight changes to how the spells work. And it's the PvP tree, and you can have different glyphs for it, you can do whatever you want. Makes dual spec more interesting, you're going to be swapping a lot more. Just fucking do it! Get it done! You fucking Blizzard, change the game, let's do that. Because they always like, oh, but we can't just choose a PvP tree, because, which one would we pick? All of them! You fucking Blizzard! Do all of them! Do all of them! And get rid of racials! Racials were totally left in the game for money. There's no doubt about it.
Do it!
Let's get rid of... Don't do Shia LaBeouf. He's coming for you. Run, quick, Shia LaBeouf.
Take your dreams. You gotta do this, so. Take your dreams and do it!
He's pretty buff, though, Shia LaBeouf.
He's not.
He is.
No,
He is.
That's probably all the crack.
He doesn't do crack anymore. He did that interview about it.
That's why he's lost the weight, though, mate. Now he's just making gains.
You see when he was cutting?
Mate.
He's cutting.
He's
cutting to make mad gains.
He's got abs, yeah, like a Hershey bar.
Swolbraham Lincoln.
Swolbraham. Oh, I like what you did there.
Swolbraham Lincoln. But I would like. I would absolutely love. Well, we know. I think. You know what? They know. This is one of the things where they know. They took the profession bonuses out and left racials in. That was a money move, and there's no way of arguing against it. It's like, why did you do that? Never a reply. Because of that. Because of fucking that. And that was really sad.
Folding, mate. Paper.
Yeah, folding
For
that
days.
paper. Get rid of the racials, but why did... The racials should just be cosmetic.
No, I know what you mean.
It should just be a troll dance. The more trolls you have, they do a crazy troll dance. The dwarves should all do some... Dum, 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 dum,
No, the dwarves, mate, should all pull out a fucking stein. Clink!
That's what I'm saying. They should do the stonecutter thing from The Simpsons. You seen that?
No, they should do the Oreo thing from WreckIt Ralph. Just walking around with spears going, oh, Rio.
It would be good if the dwarf had put them all in a line and they just went snaking around the area. That would actually be legit if the dwarf one did that. That would be fucking quality. It was racist. The Stonecutters. I don't think so. It was a Simpsons gag. I hope it wasn't racist because the Simpsons got away with it. So it should be fine. Snow White singing. I don't think so.
That'd be well funny.
The Stonecutters for the win. Yeah, something like that.
Or the alternate of Rammstein and Snow White was singing.
That should be the undead one.
No. No, because dwarves, Rammstein, Snow White, Sonna. Yeah?
It come, Dishonor. Need I say more? Point proven. Eyes. Don't do it. Don't do it.
What? I was going to break out into song then. I wanted to and you stopped me. You hold me back when I want to sing. I'm a peacock, Preach. You got to let me fly on this.
You called me Preach. If I find it so strange you call me Preach.
You cut me off again.
Whoa! Why do you have those? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Don't bring weapons to the show.
You don't need to know.
Not real weapons. Those look like they've got a rigid grasp.
Balls.
You're like the most PG-friendly Freddy Krueger ever with barbecue tongs.
Go to sleep. No, I'm like a PG Wolverine, mate.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Let's go, bub.
No, you're not. I know, right? Why the fuck has he brought weaponry? That's pretty scary. Although it would be a good transmog item. Before we go to our break, there's not much WoW news, so we're going to jump into more fun stuff. Let's play Rate Preach's transmog because Ghosty's casting his eye over it. I love doing this because my transmogs are always perfection.
They're not, though.
They are. I still want to see your Star Wars one.
Oh, my friend!
Is there no
oh,
armory?
My God. If I could link you, my
Why is there no armory in that shit game?
Because, be careful,
what?
mate. Be careful. You know what? So I made a comparison today, even though, and I will say this, even though Star Wars lacks massively at Endgame, and I hold my hands up and it does, something got brought to my attention. These arbitrary card packs, superficial stuff that get brought in every month with new gear in it. You can even buy them once you open the pack. You can pop them in the auction house and buy them. There is a helmet for a suit like a stormtrooper, Republic trooper suit. That when you go into combat, some of them have got animations on now.
Right.
Now I compare this to a legendary ring as opposed to an arbitrary does nothing armor set. Right. Yeah. In combat, when you go into combat with this helmet on and the suit for this new set, it brings out like a 3D UI, like sort of targeting interface really quickly.
Like a hood?
Sort of like a hood. And it's detailed and it's beautiful and it's completely arbitrary. Yeah?
Right.
What have you got? A fucking shadow word bubble fucking pre-spell with a bit of a blue hue or a green hue or a red hue. Fuck you, WoW. Anyway. Oh, there it is.
Alright. Mostly likes. 3 out of 10s. I like it. What are people saying get rid of the tabard? That was your suggestion. But that red on the shield, though. What are you going to do about that red on the shield, sir?
You're just going to use it. Don't mind because the thing is, though, it's a trim. You know.
How am I going to tie that red in? The shield's got red on it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because
How
the majority... Listen, let me tell you. Stop talking, let me tell you. And I'll tell you if you let me tell you. Because your majority colour is mixed of that red and your armour colour. Yeah?
No, there's no red anywhere else in the armour besides the shield.
No, I'm saying your armour colour and that red. So it doesn't matter. Ditch the tabard. Ditch the tabard.
Ditch the tabard?
Yeah.
It does matter. It doesn't matter.
Ditch the tabard.
And in other news, and my guild will stand up for me on this one. You know when you come against... let me tell you a story about a tryhard. What does tryhard mean to you?
An arsehole.
Tryhard to me means going above and beyond to accomplish nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
That's tryhard, where people will like put hours and hours and effort into, let's say, mastering their rotation, yet have absolutely no ability to avoid dying. You know what I mean? Like that. Or like, abusing some mechanic and then doing no damage anyway because you're being carried through that raid or whatever reason. So, in a 5-man, a tryhard is obviously somebody who let's be honest, has got 50% of a clue. And we all know that 50% of a clue is 50% of the way to being a complete dick. Time walking. Wrath of the Lich King. Arnket, the Old Kingdom.
Oh, I like that.
Do you remember Arnket?
The one with the first boss had the 2 ads. Is it the second boss, which is like the big spider that crawls up from the side?
That's correct.
Yes.
And there's extra bosses, if you may remember, which are completely skippable because you can go off to the right and kill the last boss and finish the dungeon.
Oh no, I'm thinking of.
Oh, you're thinking of Ajol Naru.
Yes, I'm thinking of that. Arnket, I know, is the additional one. The boss that goes up into the air, then it spawns its ads and stuff like
Correct.
that. Yeah.
Correct. So, as was, time walking bonus gets you an extra coin to roll for some swag loot, flick it, and gets you a piece of raid gear for some reason. And then, I found out after the raid, one of our members was with me after we'd finished raiding, and said, time walking's open, it's opened while we were raiding. Does thou wisheth to come along to the time walking, please tank for us really. Right? So that was the scenario. So I was like, well, I've got to do it. Sure, let's head on like a bunch of bros. See what's going on. Enter Arnket. Our healer had finished early, left the group, which was fine and dandy. We get a shaman healer. Things looking good. We've got a bloodlust. High five. Although, turned out to be a mega tryhard. How, you might say? Well, our friend the Trihard was unaware of how Arnket worked. But that did not stop him dispensing advice. And I think when you dispense advice, but don't know what you're talking about, you're in for a thumbs up good time.
You should die.
You should probably stop talking. But no, doth not. So even with the immortal title straight above my head, the man instantly asked, walked in, tanks, do you know tax? And I'd already pulled and was like so far down the dungeon. I was like a rocket with the rest of the ratings. We had all the Team 1 raids in there, so they're all like Mythic geared, fucking Hellfire Citadel, crushing it. Here, tiny no tax! Like that. So no one said anything because we'd already like got to the first boss by the time he'd like loaded in. You know what I mean? So we're off on our way. Anyway, he believed many things incorrectly. Such as, dost thou have to clicketh said orbs by killing all of the mobbiths? Which you don't. Because a hunter can go up, click them, disengage and feign death, and you don't have to. You can skip half that shit. All easy stuff. In fact, he plays a big emote when you do it. The shaman suicided after raging. We were like, no, dude, you don't have to kill him. He's like, you do, you gotta kill him. He's going to open the door. It's like, no, it's done. It's fine. The emote's gone through. Look, we're at the boss now. We're ready to do it. And he's like, no, you must kill the mobs. You must. And then suicided into him. Tonk. I love it when I get called Tonk. Tonk! You wipe us. While we killed the mobs and we're like, well, Resi, don't worry about it. And then ran around and ran up to the next one and suicided into there. The shaman was bold, motherfucker. Not even a ghost wolf. Chest out, brazen. Yeah? Give it some of that. We're straight in. So he died again. So we finished off. And the hunter's like saying, dude, I've clicked it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Move on to the next boss. And we got into the next stairs where you just jump down to the right, straight up the ramp, boss killed, dungeon done in like 5 minutes. You're doing it wrong, he says. After he's died twice, right, we're like still standing. You're doing it wrong. Hey! You're doing it wrong. You got to go around here and kill the mushroom boss and go kill this guy there. Like, no, you don't need to do that. So I jump down to the right, start tanking the one pack of like 3 things down there while the guys mince them up. He goes, your motherfucker's going the wrong way. Let me educate these motherfuckers in this place. Beelines it into to patrol 2 other packs and just was like, dies, and then goes, you're the worst tank I've ever seen. I was like, oh my god. I don't know what to do in this situation. So he wiped us. He wiped us. He pulled so much stuff. He wiped us in Arnket. In Mythic Hellfire Citadel gear. Wiped us in Arnket. I was like, my fucking god. On the run back, we were like, you don't need to go that way. You can skip those mobs. He's like, no. He's like, no, you can do that. No. No. He's like talking to my son. You having a bath? No. You having a bath? No. No. So yeah, I said, watch. Jump down. He's like, the door's going to be locked. Wasn't locked. Locked up. He's like, then he shut up because we'd obviously got up there. And I swear to fucking God, after he made all these obviously thought he was trying to help. Don't get me wrong, but was completely
Sounds
wrong.
like an arsehole.
Probably. He got to the last boss and then started typing a fucking essay on how to do the last boss, despite being the guy who'd been wrong from every step of the way. He goes, "This is my jam," and stops healing straight away. He just goes, "Enter." This boss mind controls us. Enter. In order to defeat this boss, one must run away from all the ads while mind controlled and circle them for some time, and eventually they'll disappear. So got it wrong as well. But he's like, and this is what you need to do. Make sure you get away from the casters. Make sure you get away from the melee. Don't touch the healer because he'll heal. Everybody got that. And we're already like half killed the boss. He's been mind controlled 3 times. I'm joking. He went mind control. We killed the ads in like 1 blade storm or whatever. Come out. He was like still typing as this was going on. Like the boss was engaged. He was still going on about how to kill the boss. Now that for me is a tryhard. And I salute you, sir. Because you didn't pop Bloodlust once, you fucking shaman.
I hate people like that.
It was a diabolical situation. And it made me fucking really sad. So that's the tactics in Time Walkers.
Do you know what's bad
Best
though?
time.
It's that, for me, it's that sort of mentality and level of idiot gamer that has evolved over the years that makes me only want to play online games with people I know or people that I'm going to be playing with a lot.
I think of only 3 occasions I've ever been called a bad tank. Ever. And that's for real. Like,
I must have called it at some point.
not jokingly.
No, I'm serious.
I know you're serious. Yeah. There's only been 3 times where somebody has been like, "You're the worst tank ever." That was one of them, and it was recent. I was like, "What the fuck?" The other time was, again, it's completely not my fault. If you remember, like, do you remember when you had to choose? Oh, you still have to actually on a prop paladin between Shield of the Righteous or Word of Glory.
Yeah.
I did a guild run of Zul'Farrak. Not Zul'Farrak. Zul'Man. Zul'Gurub. One of those. The troll places. Troll places. And I had a healer who couldn't heal me. And I don't know why. And after the first pack, I realised that like this guy couldn't heal me. But I brought along 2 top DPSs. He was a pug healer and 2 top DPSs. And they kept getting aggro because I couldn't, for the life of me, Shield of the Righteous. I was going to die. I had to just spam heal myself. And they were, one of them ended up being like the GM of the guild. And from that day forward, thought I was a terrible player. And I was like, dude, I can't attack anything. I'm just spam healing myself constantly. And you know, you're charging in with max gear blade storming. And this was, you know, my threat was still things like, there's nothing I can do about it, dude. And they were like, no, you're just terrible. And I was like, there's no other way I can explain this to anybody at all. I can't attack. There was another time as well. I can't remember what it was now.
Well, these are the times that people say that you shit.
Yeah. But always have been wrong. I mean, I know if I fucked up. I'll be the first to admit if I fucked up. But the only, like 3 times, I'm sure there's another time, I can't remember the circumstances of it. Besides being like in vanilla and just not doing anything. But every time it's been wrong. And it's always really, it's stayed with me for fucking years, man. It stays with me for years, shit like that. I mean, you guys must have had moments like that where something's happened and it's been totally not your fault. But people glue to it. And it just really fucks. I don't think there's anything more annoying than being not wrong and people saying you're wrong. Doesn't that fucking kill you? Have you had a moment like that? No, because you're amazing.
No, it's not going to amaze it. Well, we handle things differently. You've got a lot more patience than me. I'll nip it in the bud straight away. I won't let
it was only the one comment. It was like, Tank, why did you do that? That was that one comment. But when it's like from a guy who is being serious, like, no, that was really terrible what you did there. And I'm like, you have no idea. It sticks with me for fucking ever. Because I'm like, because you'll go away and be like, oh, I had the worst tank in the world.
Yeah, but even though these people have now got a digital avatar, it is still basically the YouTube comments of insultery.
Well, every now and then they get to you as well, man. They fucking get to you as well. The life of a tank ghost doesn't give a shit. Whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, you care too much. Absolutely. I don't care when it's like. I don't know. I sometimes it's because I see so much, especially because when I'm making videos and stuff, and I've always been that way. I'm more observant of everybody else than myself. I see people making. We even had a nipple in our last LFR raid. You know when you give someone the nipple? We had one of those hunters, and I don't know if they're in the chat, but my guild will back me up, because we needed to get the legendary ring for our mage. So he said, can we go to the LFR during the day? So he like Skype me, he's like, can you come LFR? Yeah, sure. We had a hunter in there, no shit. Every fight, his pet died like 9 times. And I was tanking, so I could see his pet taunting and dying. So we marked him with the nipple, and we were counting the reses.
I remember this.
Well, this happened again. This happened this week, and we were just watching this guy. And then we were like we marked him as the nipple. He never brought it up that he'd been marked for anything. He just didn't care. But he's just like, res pet, res pet. I was like, what the fuck? How can you be like that? And then I've no doubt he was like, oh, healing's terrible in here. You know, shit like that. Fucking drives me crazy. No, I was playing an undergeared pally healer today and quit the character because the group was so bad. That was 4 years ago and I remember it as clear as day. And anytime my partner Shade Tank, of course, drops his statue in the wrong place and pulls half the fucking instance and wipes us. I do crispy pulls. Let's be clear right now. Ryvita crisp. Yeah?
Ship shape, Bristol fashion.
I'm talking bacon you could break your teeth on. That crisp. Yeah? Every pull is crispy. And then my monk runs in and goes, statue! Boom. It's like what? Like Independence Day. You know when the laser comes down, it goes and it just goes out through the whole fucking raid. And I stand there and I just see all these mobs go. Oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't. Goddamn Shade. Yeah. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. I just, I don't know. It drives me crazy. Because my pulls don't look crispy anymore. And the healers are like, can the tanks not do that? Because you always get lumped together with the dickhead from Sweden who works in a zoo, but not with animals. Wanker. I know, right?
That's like being in the RAF and not being able to fly a plane. Why are you even there?
I'm in the RAF. What do? Kitchen.
Office supplies.
Shame. Yeah, I need a shame macro. We need to do the shame emote as well. Alright, let's take a quick break and come back for some drama, you beautiful people. We'll be back in like 2 minutes. That's my rages for this week.
Well done, mate. You did well there.
I thought I would
yeah,
sufficient.
I like it.
Back in a moment.